Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a short presentation on emerging technology, next-gen automation, forensics, threat hunting, and consolidated dashboarding. May I request Mr. Mukul Kulshrestha, Vice President, Cybersecurity, Inspira Enterprise, to present his insights on the subject. Over to you, sir.
Very good morning. So till the time everyone is getting settled, let me start with a story. So an ancient story. Once upon a time, there was a king. He was having 3 sons. And as usual, the $1,000,000 question is, he was getting old. Who should get that kingdom out of 3 sons? He was having a tiger which was very near dear to him. So he called all of his 3 sons and he asked, whoever will bring this tiger to me, I will leave this tiger into the jungle, and whoever is bringing this tiger to me, he will be the next king. So this competition started. All 3 sons went into the jungle. 5 days went, 10 days went, then first son came back and he was having nothing in hand. Second son came back after 15 days and he said, Father, I just got tail and ears of the tiger, and this is tail and ear of the same tiger which you are having. Some days passed, month passed, but third son was not back. Father was really worried, so he get into the jungle to see where his son is now. And when he entered into the jungle, just 1 kilometer he entered into the jungle, what he's seeing, that his third son has a dog. He's beating a dog who is upside down tied with a tree. And he's telling him that, accept that you are the same tiger which my father have. He saw that and he came back. Now, question to all of you. Who should get the kingdom? Son 1, raise your hand if you think first son. No? Second son, anybody? Who brings that tail and ears? Third son, who was doing that smart move of making dog as a tiger? I got one for third son. Well, just food for thought. Think about it. Very good morning. My name is Mukul. I'm Vice President Inspira. And we are going to talk about many of emerging technologies. Obviously, there are a lot of things which are coming to the market, along with what challenges we are facing and how to address it. So I will be focusing on these 4 specific topics there. One slide about Inspira. We are 15-year-old company with nearly 550 plus clients and 1,800 plus cybersecurity professionals. We are recognized by IDC, Forrester, and all compliance starting from CMI, SOC 2, ISO, certain empanelment are there. We follow a standard mission, which is iSmart 2, and you will be hearing it more often during this 10-minute or 15-minute of session. iSmart 2 is abbreviation of intelligent, simplified, measurable, threat-centric, adaptive, tailored. So what is important in this iSmart 2 is the tailored one. When we started our security operation, if I can talk about what was the biggest problem in the market was, everybody was talking about some use case, playbook and runbook, which is generalized for IT and ITS. If I'm talking about banking, I should have something which is specific to banking. Use cases are specific to banking. My playbook is oriented to banking. So that's what USP we are bringing, and you'll be able to see. If the next slide, because topic is emerging technologies, and you are going to hear a lot of AML stories, chat GPTs, deepfake. If I can consolidate all of emerging technologies, basically there are 4 things. The very first is zero touch. Zero touch means consolidation of your console, of your architecture, of your different technologies which you are using. Second important point is zero breach. When I say zero breach, it includes your all of threat hunting and advanced analytics, whatever you're doing, that comes into that, so that there is no breach. Third important point, if I talk about, is zero trust, where micro-segmentation and believing no one comes into the picture. Cloud, everyone's talking about cloud, which is SaaS-based model or MSSP, which is going to be there. So you'll be hearing all those things, but when new emerging technology comes, it comes with new challenges. Now coming to so we have respected CISOs here. I will talk about a day of CISO. And as usual, it starts with a lot of challenges. The very first is people are not having the right responses. You don't have the coverage, the complete attack surface coverage. You have so many of solution. You have SIM, you have SOAR, you have TIP, you have IBA, NBA, hell lot of solutions. But at the end, visibility, if somebody talk, what is your organizational security posture comparing or accommodating all, answer is no. So all solutions are working in silos. One important topic which our friend from PW said that if you know something had to stop, or if you know something which attacker know and you can stop. But problem statement is when you don't know what to stop. And that is I'm going to cover. Visibility is again a biggest thing. Seeing is believing. I believe that. And when I talk about visibility, it's not only you have SOC, you are having visibility of SOC. It's question of having visibility across all of your attack surface areas, across all of your tools which is deployed, across all of your security risk posture, what you have in your organization. So we talk about. Now, hope you remember the story. First son, nothing in hand, is the weaker response who has nothing. Second son, only tail and ear, the isolated things, siloed things, which you cannot get a tiger with that. Third son, he wanted to have a dog to work as a tiger, which is not skilled, and basically he is not aware what to catch, what not to catch. And I would say king, who was not having any visibility, he was just running pillar and post to get the visibility of all three sons, what they are bringing. I will say it very sadly that who is the king in real environment is our prestigious customer. They are running around all OEMs, they are running around all service vendors. But at the end, if question is whether you are getting complete visibility and all that matter is security, answer will be maybe yes or no. Now, how to solve all these questions? I will engage my emerging technology topic into all four questions which I raised during the story. DFIR, automation, hunting, and consolidated dashboard. So I think that will be able to solve you 80 to 90% of problems which are raising due to these problems. And how we are doing it, we are not relying on any, definitely market frameworks are there. So we are definitely follow that. But to solve all of the problems, have a consolidation. And as a customer, you should get a holistic view. We have created our own framework, which is known as Intelligent Cyber Defense Framework. In this framework, we just not talk about a SIM solution. Because if you see only SIM solution, then you are only taking care of that one quad. What about other? If you have SIM plus SOAR, then you are taking care of only two quad. What about others? We have consolidated all of the technologies, and then as an outcome, we are giving you an iSmart 2 portal. The benefit is you are not supposed to have a single pane of glass in SIM, a single pane of glass in XDR, a single pane of glass in maybe your TPRM, maybe your GRC solution. You are going to have a mixed consolidated view across all of your technologies and tool into one particular portal, which is known as iSmart 2 portal. How we do that, I will just talk about some of the offerings. If I further divide those squad into different offerings, it starts with threat intelligence. So I would say, running with my 2 decades of experience with SOC and next gen SOC, and then now AI ML equipped SOC, one thing is really important. And for customer, it is very important to know if you are only taking care of, or I can say if you are only relying on logs, that I'm going to take care of my company with logs, I am wrong. We have to have predictive, and that prediction comes from threat intelligence, which is the first predictive-based model which you will be giving. Then covering your attack surface, then reaching out to your SIM analytics, which is SIM, automation, hunting, analysis, forensic, everything will come into the part. And at every time, you have to have some checkpoints like I have complete SOC which is running for me, but they are actually working for me or not. What are those checkpoints? Have some attack simulation, have some adversary simulation, maybe red teaming exercise, purple teaming exercise, or maybe nothing else than tabletop exercises. They will give a lot of insight to you as well as your board. I will further deep dive, maybe a crude way to represent a way of incident response. The biggest problem, as we said, we will talk about every 18 months, as Murray's law said, you will be having a new technology. Important is the cornerstone of security, which are still same. And if you are working around it, you will not be facing much of challenges. If I talk about IR or forensic, the biggest problem, what is the biggest problem right now in practical, in ground? The biggest problem is detection. When I say detection, sometime you had like 761 attackers are trying in 1 minute. How many we are detecting? Question is that. And how much time I'm taking to detect that particular threat. And after detection, another problem comes with this picture will depict. I'm sorry for my crude humor, but that's how I learned this. And as a CISO, you'll be understanding this is one of the best or one of the worst problem which you have. More number of alerts and most are false positive. And how false positive are helping? They are not helping anyone except increasing the efforts and estimations. Second, type 2 error where I mean to say you're not able to recognize an incident, and that's even a bigger problem. So these are one of the biggest root cause, if I can say, in because everybody's having some technologies. Now you will not find a single bank who is not having those technologies. But these technologies are generating these problems, and this is one of the biggest problem. Second problem, if I can talk about, is this. Detection, correction, containment is taking so much of time. If I'm focusing on all these three things, we are able to manage our show very efficiently. How to manage it? How to reduce the detection time? This is the requirement. If I'm going to do that, I will be heavily relying on automation, because if there are a lot of false positives, if there are a lot of incident and events you are getting, and how many tasks you are spending more time in manual doing those tasks, if you can automate that, you will be able to get a response faster. Second important point is threat hunting. So basically, crux is hunting and automation and orchestration. Orchestration talk about integration of different technologies. Whatever technology you have, SOC is not, now SOC is not only SOC, or maybe people will talk, no, I have only SIM solution and I will not integrate your application. That's a wrong approach. Even RBI comes with, you have to have all of your application also integrated. Not maybe transactional logs, but at least security use cases should be there for those applications. Now, how to have that detection early? Answer is with automation. Automation will increase your accuracy. Obviously, human dependency. You got one incident, you just copy pasting to another. Being human, you can do that. Sometimes you are not awake. There can be a lot of issues I can talk about as a human. If you want to avoid all those challenges, please be more focused on automation. And if I can tell you where to start, just see how many tasks you are doing in your environment which can be automated. A simple exercise you have to do. How many tasks are oriented to L1 and L2s which you can automate? All the maintenance tasks. What is the benefit? Profitability, I just took this use case where IOC enrichment, very standard use case, whoever using SOAR will be aware of that. But how much time I'm saving with that, if I can tell you monthly, more than 2,000 hours with just one playbook. One playbook where I am doing IOC enrichment. So what was happening before? If there is one IOC, my guys were reaching out to VirusTotal, Abuse IPDB, maybe Shodan, and all other threat intel feeds which were having. And then they were sending a mail to customer saying, sir, this is malicious, please go and block it. Customer was sending it to firewall team to block that particular IOCs or IP. Now what is happening? Whenever an IOC is detected, it is automatically searched all across threat feeds. Outcome is there in incident form automatically. It is automatically sent to customer for an approval if they need, because in bank you cannot avoid a change management. Then just by clicking OK, block, it is automatically go to firewall and block that. You are saving more than 30 minutes in just one particular use case. And overall saving is 2,000 nearly hours in a month. Next important topic, I will talk about threat hunting. And hunting, I will focus more on hunting, because what to catch, if you know, you can easily work on that. But if you don't know, then hunting is an answer, along with AI, ML, and a lot of behavioral analytics use cases. One simple example, if I can take, like, if I ask you a question like whether your laptop is impersonated, a simple question, can your SOC answer? Can anyone coming from DF, IR, or any of those practice can answer? Answer is no. The only practice which can give you an answer is threat hunting. Hunting give you answers of those where you are not sure whether you are impacted or not. So hunting is answer for that. And how to do hunting? We follow Tahiti framework. So basically, Tahiti is an abbreviation of target hunting, integrated threat intelligence. And the procedure is very simple. You have to have 3-phase process where you define an hypothesis and you follow that. In general, hunting can be done through logs, but if you don't have a defined target, you are losing the context. That's why we always follow Tahiti. Not only for threat hunting, I can say there are a lot of KPIs written. Anything you want to measure, everybody monitor and measure SOC, MTD, MTTR, MTTI, MTTA. But if I ask you how many KPIs you have for hunting, answer will be maybe 1 or 2, how many hunts you did. But is that the complete KPI for hunting? No. I have written so many of KPIs which we are doing for customers. And if you're following all those KPIs, you will be able to get answer for those which are unanswered. Uh, I will move to next slide. I think all CISOs were very much related. Every time the biggest $1 million question is how to prove your board, whatever investment you have given is giving a return, ROI, the $1 million question. And actually, the bigger one is the board. I don't always think about cybersecurity, but when I do, it's usually too late. How to solve it? So basically, some of the question, coming in the shoes of CISOs, if I think about ROI, the biggest question. What about organization-wide security posture? And actual single pane of glass. I don't want 10 solutions to give me single pane of glasses. And complete 360-degree security with AI ML equipped, because obviously it's a technology age, and if we are lagging behind there, we will not be able to cover. We developed our own particular platform there, and we tried to solve all of those problems. And this platform is known as iSmart2 Portal. iSmart2 Portal is not only a portal to show you dashboard where you are having only SOC KPIs or SOC related stuff coming. If you are using VAPT tool, if you are having an attack surface management tool, if you are using your advisories, like you know how many policies, procedures are implemented, or if you have any TPRM or GRC tool, I am going to integrate all of those tools to give you one consolidated view of all of your organization. And the benefit which customer is having is, at any point of time, you are not supposed to log in into any other tool or even chasing any other team. For example, I'm just asking, if there is a question, simple question, how many true positive and false positive I'm getting? Right now, you are just writing a mail to your SOC team is immediately replying you. That problem is immediately solved with this funnel, which you are seeing at right-hand corner. Real time, you log in, you'll be able to see how many events, how many alerts, and how many true positive, how many false positive. Another example, how many security advisories, what is happening in my peer? So many banks, BFSI industry is so big, what is happening across the peers? Just scroll down, I don't have snapshot, but you will be having all those advisories, security bullet prints, blueprints, workbook, new type of threats which is happening in the market. Any other question? And then the best part is, we are follow up GenAI. We have a chatbot which is integrated with this. If you have any question, you don't want to see even dashboard, you ask that question to that chatbot and it will answer immediately to you. So benefit you are bringing. One of my customers is using this tool in that exhaustive that he can ask to that chatbot whether this particular bank is going to be targeted in this week. If it is getting targeted, what type of attack it will be. Chatbot is immediately reaching out to all the database which we have created for internal, as well as Google ChatGPT if you will allow, and it will come with all the answers to you. So it will give a big leverage to CISO. As a CISO, you are not only getting the information regarding SOC, even across your environment. One use case I will try to speak so that you can relate it more. Suppose a brute force incident happened on a server. What general SOC will do? Sir, this was a brute force incident which we find out. You have to have that login, logout period and all that defined. That my SOC is also doing. But apart from that, what my SOC is giving, you have that brute forces, there are 3 lock-in, lockout, but I have seen that in your vulnerability posture, there are 2 open vulnerabilities on that particular server. And in advisory section, I'm seeing that there is your password policy is still in progress. It is not implemented. It can happen if you have your ERP system, your OT, IT, or any system, all can be integrated. So benefit is, as a CISO, you are not relying on any other information sources. This is one single point of source for you. Across all, even you have taken SOC from me or not, doesn't matter. It will be for your environment, for your tools, and all details which it will be giving is basis on all those tools and technologies. Another good point to RBI in this circular, so date and everything is there, that release on 31st January. They talked about that consolidated view, and I have just pasted it from that thing. So they also asked for that consolidated dashboard view. Well, interpretation you can have, but actually this solves the compliance problem of that as well. So with that, I will be stopping. We are there near to you. If you have any problem or anything which you would like to see pertaining this unified portal in action, we have real-time demos, even threat hunting in action. We have real-time demos and we are around. Thank you, IBA, for giving us this opportunity to stand here. Thank you very much. I'll close.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. May I now invite and request Shri K. Srinivasa Rao, Senior Advisor, Payment Settlement and Banking Technology, IBA, to present a memento to Mr. Kulshrestha.